Hello everyone, welcome to the den. Today we are going to be doing some crock pot green beans. And these green beans are, so really what I'm trying to do today is I'm trying to get kind of all of my kitchen work out of the way early so that when we sit down tonight for dinner, it's Sunday night, I'd like to just enjoy our dinner together and not be rushed. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It's like you plan these, big meals to have with your family, and it's like you feel like you're in the kitchen all day and you didn't get to enjoy your family. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get my prep work out of the way and make it as easy as possible. So we're gonna do some green beans in the crock pot because I like my green beans cooked to death. That's how I like to eat them. So anyways, we're gonna do a video. I'm gonna show you how I do them. And so stick around. If you're not subscribed, hey, hit that subscribe button. We're gonna be having a bunch of videos coming out in succession here. So stay tuned. First thing you're gonna do is add in 4 cans of green beans. I've already added 3. This is the 4th. And I'm just gonna let these sit in here. I drained mine because I'm gonna add my own broth in here. So just let these sit in here right now. Set your crock pot to whatever time you want it to be. And we're gonna get the rest that we're gonna add in here going. All right, so you're gonna grab yourself an onion. You're gonna dice this up because we're gonna sweat this a little bit, and then we're gonna add it into our green beans. You're also gonna need a clove of garlic. You can add as much or as little garlic as you want. But we're gonna get this minced up and we're gonna have that set aside to add to it as well. All right, so you're gonna get your onion cooking here. And I am also gonna add bacon into this, crumbled bacon. Kind of a lot. And just let your onion kind of become translucent and mix with the bacon. And I'll be right back when it's ready to go. Okay, I've also added in a couple tablespoons of butter, because we are going to make a roux with this once we remove this stuff out of here. So I will have to add a little bit more butter, but I really want these to cook nice and tasty with a lot of flavor. So you could add olive oil or whatever you wanted in here while this is cooking. You just don't want your onions to stick. So I just wanted to say that, and then we'll be right back and I'll show you the rest. Alright, so now that my onion is about where I want it to be, I'm going to add in the garlic. I ended up doing 3 cloves because that's about the amount that I wanted. Like I said, use as little or as much as you prefer. And I don't want my garlic to become bitter, so I'm just going to slightly cook it down a little and just kind of blend these flavors together. And then we're going to add this into our green beans. So that's looking pretty good. I'm going to let this cook just about a minute or 2. And then we're going to add it to our green beans. Okay, so I'm going to scoop this out because I want to kind of leave as much fat in there as I can. And I'm going to add that into my green beans. Okay, so now I got my roux going, and I'm just going to eyeball it and just add a bit of flour in there. I'm also going to add some smoked paprika. I'm going to stir that up. Just try to get all that bacon fat in there and the butter. This is what's going to add your flavor. And then you're going to come in with some chicken broth or chicken stock, whatever you have. I have a couple cups here. And we are going to get all that good stuff off the bottom. It doesn't have to be like gravy. You want it to be thinner. You just want to have kind of a creaminess to it. At least I like to have that. It'd be good to have a whisk right now, but let me pour the rest of that in there. And I'm just gonna let this heat up till it comes to a bit of a simmer, and then I'm just gonna, you don't even really have to do that, but I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna add it into my beans. We're gonna see if our liquid level is good enough. Well, you can see it's a nice golden color. It smells really good. So when I go to pour this in my beans, I'll be right back. Alright, so now we're gonna take our liquid and carefully pour it in there. And you can see in there that, for me, that's enough liquid. because these are gonna, even though these beans are already cooked, you could use fresh and boil them first, or you can just put them in the crock pot and they'll cook. But that's good for me. So I'm just gonna let this cook and kind of blend the flavors all day. And when it's time for dinner, these will be ready. I'm gonna add some potatoes into mine. You do not have to do that if you don't want to. But I am gonna throw a whole quart of my canned potatoes in here. So that's gonna be how to use what you've canned. Now, if you had canned green beans that you've already canned, that's where you would use these too. But for today, we're gonna be using our canned potatoes, and I'm about to pour those in here as well and give them a stir. So let's get that part going. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw these potatoes right in. I rinse my potatoes when I'm done, or not when I'm done. I rinse my potatoes when I'm going to use them, just to get the starch water out of there. But this is gonna be it. This is gonna be our final product. You could add some pepper to yours if you wanted to, but for me, onion and garlic and the salt that's already in the green beans is gonna be enough, and I'll taste test later. But the bacon's gonna add a huge amount of flavor to that too. So that's it. I mean, these are gonna cook for the next few hours, and by the time, like I said, we're ready to eat, they'll be good to go. So I put my lid on mine. You can leave the lid off, but I'm gonna put my lid on my Instant Pot and leave it on vent. So that's it for now. Okay everyone, so that's gonna do it. These turned out amazing as usual. I think the chicken broth really adds to the depth of flavor in these beans. So if you're interested in how to use what you've canned, this is gonna be another great addition to that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.